which we have launched our products into millets and millet-based products. We have that expertise with us, and thanks to our team, I think though we are a startup, we have already reached 180, team members right now. We do have certain, brands from South Korea, which are exclusive in our beauty and nutri stores.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Startup Story Spotlight. This is your host Lata, and joining with me on today's episode is the business head of a brand called BEAUTE&NUTRIE, which is an emerging omni-channel retail brand that caters to everyday beauty as well as our wellness needs. They are currently present with their offline stores across Hyderabad, Chennai, and Bangalore, and the plan is to have 200 stores very, very soon. How? Because they plan to not only concentrate on the outer beauty, which is our hair, skin, and so on, but also on the inner beauty, on our hygiene aspect, on millet based snacks. And so, stay tuned, check out the episode because we will talk a lot about how an offline store works, how much of the beauty and wellness is still offline and is online, and you'll be shocked to know how much. And we will also talk about why your online presence does not guarantee success offline as well, and so on. So check out the episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of Startup Story Spotlight. Thank you so much, Mr. Govardhan, for joining on this conversation. Why don't we start a bit by you telling us about BEAUTE&NUTRIE? By the way, we already had you on our show before with Desi Nutri. It was a successful episode, had an amazing time with you. And now we're recording the second episode with you, which is about BEAUTE&NUTRIE. So tell us, what does BEAUTE&NUTRIE as a brand signify, and how does it differentiate itself from the traditional beauty retail stores?
Yeah. Thanks, Lata and Startup Story, for having me again here. So glad to see you guys. When it comes to BEAUTE&NUTRIE, it signifies our concept is inner and outer beauty. So why from where the inner beauty is coming? Because we are the first retail chain of store who have begun with the inner beauty concept. So the inner beauty signifies with us, not only carrying the range into health and wellness, category. We have, taking care of holistic approach of, 360-degree approach of wellness, which we have launched our products into millets and millet-based products, and as well as supplements and nutritional products into our store. Also, not only the products, what we have is something called BCA. Like, I will just explain what is BCA and everything. So this BCA nutritionist consultation, and we are also going to soon start with our cloud kitchen that is going to completely take care of that holistic approach of inner beauty. And outer beauty is like we are covering all makeup, skin, hair, bath and body, and fragrance. These are the predominant categories what we are carrying. So especially post-COVID, I think most of the consumers are very keen in terms of having clean beauty. That's also our objective of bringing this in terms of beauty and nutri as a concept to all our consumers. So currently, BEAUTE&NUTRIE, we operates in 3 cities. Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. We got 23 stores right now.
Tell us a bit about this inner beauty segment that you're targeting, and the BCA machine that you've just talked about. If you could elaborate on that, how is it adding value to people's life very genuinely?
Sure, Radha. So as part of our concept, BEAUTE&NUTRIE, inner beauty, what we are covering is we are bringing a lot of products into health and wellness. Not only limiting that products, what I've stated is something called BCA machine, which is called body composition analysis. This is the this provides 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, complete health guide of any consumers. When it talks about what is our body water levels, it talks about protein content, it talks about our minerals and what is the body fat. Not only restricting to it, what is the weight according to our height, what is our fat content have to be, and like complete information about muscle fat analysis as well, and obesity fat analysis, and also abdominal obesity. So this complete information will be provided within 2 minutes, that complete health guide. Not only limiting that, providing that report to the consumers within 2 minutes. After that, we have a nutritionist available at our offices, both regional offices and our headquarters. So they provide free consultations to the customers. I think thanks to our nutritionists also, they have completed almost 2,000 consultations so far, and customers are really delighted to have that connect and conversations with our nutrition. Most of the consumers, they came forward with 3-4 main the causes, which is they wanted weight loss, obesity, PCOD problems, and the fat, to reduce the fats. This is what they came forward. And you don't believe, most of the consumers, they are continuing their journey with us, and we do have certain starter packs, and we provide once in fortnight, all our nutritionists will consult with the customers, and they provide diet plan also. And not only restricting to it, we are also going to start our cloud kitchen soon in the month of January itself. That's going to be based out of Hyderabad, which is located in Gachibowli, and wherein we are going to have a chief nutritionist here. This nutritionist will be providing complete diet plan on a subscription model, which will going to be for 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months, or 1 year. And we are going to associate that with even with Swiggy, Zomato for delivering to the consumers. We are going to be subscribing our model. So we are going to take that complete holistic approach rather than just selling the product or displaying the brand in our stores. That's where inner beauty part we are covering. And not only that, we are also selling supplements and gummies. Like gummies we have for hair, skin, nails, gummies for a sleeping disorders, gummies for a weight loss, gummies for a sharp eye. So all these products we brought in, and we are also going to launch oral strips, and we are also going to launch some cold pressed oils and a lot of other categories. We are going to have a stress bars, all this. So that is the part of inner beauty what we would like to cover here as part of beauty and nutrition stores.
Got it. Sounds very interesting. So just to summarize, you're targeting on two major aspects of beauty: inner and outer beauty. Outer beauty is, of course, what looks on the outside, the makeup, skincare, hygiene, all of that. And inner beauty is towards how do you maintain your, let's say, as simple as gut health, the inner aspects of beauty, and which is where you're introducing your cloud kitchens as well for health aspects.
Yes, absolutely, Lata. So, see, our purpose is not only promoting or selling the product. We don't want to have the transaction relation with our consumers. That's where we inculcate our trainings also to all our colleagues on the ground at the front end, and all our experts also. Just educate the consumer. What inner beauty means. What are the do's and don'ts also. So that is also playing major role for us in terms of consumer acceptance with us. And adding to it, like we've also launched millets and millet-based products of a lot of dietary supplements and all this stuff, and eating habits also. We are trying to inculcate that healthy eating habits to the consumers. So that is making us big differentiation in terms of our concept and format.
But also, the Indian demographics, we were just discussing before the interview, right? How even in the south itself, how Hyderabad is different from Bangalore, how Bangalore is different from Chennai. There's so many different demographics. How are you planning to influence and actually get this plan into action with so many different diverse needs of the consumers and so many diverse consumers and their preferences, because you're not just targeting the outer beauty, you're like you said, you're also targeting the inner beauty, which is like a 360, as a holistic approach you're going at the beauty. How do you plan to put that plan into action with so many diversity in the consumer?
Great. Thanks for this question. So, if you take our store, it carries 800 to 1,000 square feet is the space what we, operate. Out of that, we, provide a space 15 to 20 to, percent for our, health and wellness, which is inner beauty category, including the BCA with the nutritionist consultation and everything. And rest, the, space being allocated for, other categories what I've specified for. Here also, how different we are is because in terms of our store design, look and feel, or the store layout, we don't, take any fixtures, anything from the third-party brands. We come up with our own fixtures so that whenever we are moving to any of the geographic location, like whether it is be it in Chennai or Bangalore or Hyderabad, tomorrow Nagpur, or even for the North Delhi markets also. So we come up with our own fixtures so that it helps bringing what kind of range assortment required for that, the local markets. And we do a lot of, study as well. And we have also given a lot of importance for most of the D2C brands which are really doing well and where they are not able to get into the offline space, and we've also partnered with them, Lata here. So that is helping us in terms of providing the best assortment what customers are looking forward. And if you ask me, most of the consumers in our Google ratings and reviews, they were given a great positive feedbacks in terms of our range and assortment what we are offering to the consumers across all our locations.
Because you specifically talked about your offline store, what I really want to uh, press upon is there's been a surge in online stores, and we don't even need to talk about it, it's already out there. There's been a surge in online retail. What do you how do you how what do you say, are the offline stores still relevant, and how do you ensure they stay relevant all throughout?
So yes, it has taken away some share during the COVID times, particularly I think from 2020 March to that 2 years, 2.5 years time period. I think post that, I think we all have witnessed 2022 March, April onwards. I think we are back to normal, and most of the the retail, whether it is be it organized or unorganized, retail chain of stores have started really doing well, and we have also witnessed most of the malls were struggling during the COVID or pandemic period, that have really bounced back, and it is really doing well. And now if you see most of the malls, there are no space for the brands who wants to expand or for the brands who are entering into the market. So online definitely it has played a significant role during the pandemic COVID times, but it is slowly getting in a matured stage, what I would say. But yes, in the longer run, both it is going to be having going to exist, and it has to be in a collaborative manner, what we call it as omni-channel approach. I'm sure for this category, if you ask me, beauty, personal care, and wellness, I think the online contributes anywhere 6 to 7% according to the market reports. Rest still 92% of comes from both organized and unorganized markets. And especially if you ask me about the beauty and personal care, it required a lot of personal touch, like touch and feel, or trying out the products and what's new on the shelves. And like also that's a mostly kind of shopping is one interest for most of the our women customers in India. That also brings them a lot of as a stress busters to bring down their stress levels, and they connect with the people, and also they connect with our experts. And whenever our experts connect with the consumers, and they guide the product or the key USP or the shade of the product and everything. And they always connect with the consumer, with the with our team members, and have that lot of transactions would happen, Lata, yeah, when you talk about offline stores. So it is going to be a both online offline. What we are looking at as in terms of omni-channel approach, we are going to launch our Beauty and Nutri website. That's www.beautyandnutri.com website soon. So our backend work was going on from last 1 year. So we have almost completed, and we are going to launch this, and wherein our focus is going to be more on the omni-channel approach. We'll be continuing to expand, and our plan is to expand to 200 stores. That is going to be there in the next upcoming years, Lata.
Sorry, did you say 200 stores?
Yes, I did.
Okay. For a second, I thought, what? Wow, lovely. That's great. That's a great ambition. Awesome. So anybody who has already a presence in online stores, because during the COVID, we've seen a lot of online brands that have come up, right? Online retail brands. So anybody who has a presence online will have to eventually make a presence offline as well. This is what you're suggesting, especially in the beauty and wellness industry.
Absolutely. I'm sure we all know that Nykaa did that. Even Purple, most of them they ventured from online to offline. So they've seen that the kind of potential also in offline, and also in terms of reaching out to the consumers. I think they have done a lot of study based on their reports available, like pin code based orders coming in for them. I think that has given a lot of insights for them, venturing into offline stores and setting up the stores in the right locations with a kind of assortment what consumer is buying from that particular pin codes as well.
But has it always been successful? Because there are few brands who try to set up their offline stores as well. Hasn't been so successful. Is it because probably they lack the right data, or they could have waited and they could have chosen a strategic location? Do those things add to the failure of a online store going offline?
Not really. Offline is something differently plays in a different ball game, if you ask me. Being as industry expert from last 23, 24 years, see where the tricky thing is for offline, when you should get a right location at a right price and the kind of right assortment, as you had rightly mentioned about it, and the consumer experience, the kind of the talent nowadays. That's a big challenge in terms of getting a right talent at the ground. So these are all plays kind of important role making offline store success. And also it is very high capital intensive in terms of setting up offline store. That's where most of the the brands, most of the organizations also, they fail here. What is your per square feet capex to be spent? What is the rental to be signed, and which location to be chosen, and everything. I think we have that expertise with us, and thanks to our team, I think though we are a startup, we have already reached 180 team members right now. So that has helped us doing well, and so far we have come here. I'm sure we are anticipating to reach better heights in the future as well.
Oh, for sure, 200 stores, right? So yeah. We just talked about setting up a store. What is like the most difficult part of managing an offline store?
That's where I told three things. One is right location and right commercials, and the team. Like you need a kind of very energetic winning team. If you ask about our team, all our stores have been rated by our consumers on a Google GMBs 4.9 what we stand. Like any store, if you take up out of all our 23 stores, that's what we stand. So that's what our first priority, what we take. Like obviously, if you are able to deliver such experience to the customers, if you're able to provide such service to the customers, then your repeat customers are going to be there. That's going to be a word of mouth with the consumers again. So these are the three things, and also last thing is that right inventory. That inventory also plays.
I was just about to ask that.
Yes, and also not that only placing the inventory, how quickly you churn your inventory, like that's also equally important.
Right, awesome. The right inventory is always is it like an art?
Yes, definitely it is art, but always your data, your analytics will always give more insights. But being as management, being as expertise in this industry, if you walks into any of the stores, we can make out what's happening in the stores. What is the condition of the inventory of this particular store? That's what I we can say about it.
Wow. Can you tell us how you do that quickly, briefly?
See, for example, if you go to hair care category, and you know that in hair care category, hair colors and shampoos are the highest contributors for your category, whether you take it as a subcategory or whatever. Then you can make out by going to the shelf wise whether in India, mostly our Indian consumers use like either blacks in terms of the hair colors I'm referring to, black or dark browns or browns. Like these are the fast moving colors. So, out of these 20 shades, fast moving shades of these 3-4 shades, if you are missing, that means you are losing your customers and you are losing the business. And other thing, when you are on the ground interacting with your team, it's very, very crucial and important. Like that's where you gain the insights, what's new in the market and where are we, whether did we able to reach to that stage or not, getting the customers what they, because nowadays social media or earlier TV commercials used to play big role in terms of bringing the customers to offline stores, inquiring about the new product or a new brand. But nowadays social media plays pivotal role in terms of any new launch or anything customers see or come across, they'll walks into the store, and that's where you should ensure that your that new brand or a fast moving SKU making that availability important.
Right. So we talked about hair segment, right? Coming to the skincare segment as well. That is again that is becoming a big part of the beauty industry. How do you at the company plan to position yourself into becoming a dominant player in this market?
Yes. So for us, if you take any of the store, as I mentioned, 1,000 square feet store, 30 to 35% space will be allocated for a makeup category and makeup brands. Then next followed by skin, because skin because these are the products where consumers repetitively use if they like the product, and if they see any extension or a new brand or a new product comes also, they would always would love to try out. So skin plays a very important role for us, and mostly nowadays most of the consumers also evolved and they are aware about what is skin. For us, three things: one is hair, skin, makeup. When it comes to women consumers, what they look forward for it, and that's where the skin we take very high potential category for us, and not only bringing those D2C brands or emerging from some of them from South Korea also, because most of the Korean brands also, their formulations, their R&Ds, they spend a lot of amount into it, and they bring best products. But yes, they have to be suitable to the Indian consumer. That's where we do have certain brands from South Korea which are exclusive in our beauty and nutri stores.
Quickly, can you tell 3 hero products of your stores? What are top 3 hero products of your stores?
If you want me to go by category wise, or if you want me to let you know about
No,
overall store? How do you
overall.
overall? Okay. One is definitely face wash. I'm talking about as a subcategory.
Okay.
And the next thing is lip. Like lips can be like any of the product from the lip category as well.
Like lip balm or
And
yeah.
yes. And when it comes to our inner beauty, we are selling highest of our Desi Nutri snacks. These are all millet based snacks what we are selling from our beauty and nutri stores. So these are the three hero products what I would always say.
Lovely. Is there any specific company's face wash that's selling a lot these days?
We do have brand Kaira, which is the top selling product for us, and we got into powder based cleansers, powder based face wash.
Acha, also, just want to quickly touch upon this segment as well, which is the men's grooming products. Are you seeing demand there as well?
Yes, there is.
And what are some trends that you are observing in this sector?
See, men's, particularly if you ask me category wise, again it goes same. One is grooming is big category for men's, and hair and skin also is catching up, and bath and body and fragrance always it is there for consumers who are well aware about it in terms of what brands to be used and everything. And also here, like we have seen in the salon industry, when we go to the salon industry earlier, we used to stick to only one or two services, but now no more. If I go to salon, definitely I'll take a half a day. So like I'll have to complete all the services from head to toe, and that is also leading to most of the men consumer driving into this beauty and personal care category. And wellness anyway, it is for a unisex. It's not only for restricted for women oriented consumers. And men, definitely the face wash, it is the biggest category, which is already in the growing category. And customers also have started using for acne, some kind of whitening, some regular moisturizers and sunscreen. Anyway, we always use whenever we go for a out, whether you are outdoor games, whether you are playing any sports, whether you are like going for any day out for kind of in terms of the near the beach areas. And obviously, of course, during the swimming, mostly the consumers use beyond SPF 30 and above, and mostly customers now widely used of SPF 30 and above, SPF 50 and above.
Yeah.
So these are the categories also growing, for men.
So, is it fair to say that even the products in men's grooming category are also somewhere inspired from women's products as well?
Yes, there are. Obviously, when you ask about hair, like mostly the customers earlier, we used to use only hair oil or or earlier we were using only the soap bar on the head as well. So now that is completely has been changed. Now from there, it is based on your hair, hair types, like whether not only restricting to the shampoo, then it is conditioner, serum, mask, all these products, and then obviously you have a hair gel, hairspray. So all these subcategories also are catching up.
But how hard is it this business of beauty and wellness compared to fairly other businesses?
See, beauty and wellness categories, again, it is extensive of the category to FMCG. Like it's not like you have a category where you will enjoy with higher margins. So you will have fairly better margins, but within that margins you'll have to play what are your OPEX have to be taken care. That's OPEX is including your rental cost, including your salary cost and incentives of the frontline team members. And within that you'll have to take care of the consumer offers, because nowadays that giving that offers also is reasonably important. But when you're providing a better experience, better service and quality authentic products, there are many customers who don't really bother about offers. So definitely these are the areas what we need to look at.
Yeah, people are ready to pay premium for a good experience.
Absolutely, yes, yes. Experience and better product what you carry, and the better product quality, authentic, and efficacy and performance related products. What I would always say.
On that sweet note, we will wrap up this conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Govardhan, for joining this conversation again with us. Would love to stay in touch. All the best for your brand. And yeah, we're looking to stay in touch. And for everybody watching, please stay tuned. We'll bring more such conversations. Thank you. Bye bye.